A captain with the Corpus Christi Police Department now facing a DWI after allegedly falling asleep in the drive-thru of a local Whataburger. It was just after 2 a.m. Saturday when police were called to the Whataburger in 5 Points in Calallen. That's when an off-duty officer with Robstown Police was told by a Whataburger employee that Captain Donnie Mersing Jr. with CCPD had fallen asleep in the drive-thru. The Robstown officer reportedly woke Mersing up, asking him to pull into a nearby parking spot. Mersing told officers that he had been up since 5:30 the previous morning and was tired. But officers at the scene say Mersing smelled of alcohol and had red, watery eyes. Officers conducted a field sobriety test on Mersing, which he reportedly failed. He was arrested for driving while intoxicated and placed on administrative leave.